Have you ever seen someone who hurt you badly walk around like nothing happened? Someone who lied, cheated, manipulated, broke hearts. And for a moment, it felt like the universe was just silent. No consequences, no justice, no karma. And you thought to yourself, do people really get away with everything? But here's the truth. Karma is never in a rush, but it never forgets. It doesn't always hit loud. Sometimes it creeps in quietly, taking pieces of their peace, tearing down their fake smile, breaking them in the same way they broke others. And today, I'll show you the undeniable signs that someone is finally facing their karma, even if they pretend like everything's fine. Before we dive deep, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the truth I'm about to reveal is going to give you chills. 1. Their circle is shrinking. There was a time when they were the center of every room, surrounded by friends, adored by lovers, admired by colleagues. Their phone never stopped buzzing. Invitations flowed in. People gravitated toward them like moths to a flame. But what everyone didn't see was the truth behind that glow. That flame was never warm. It burned. Behind the charm was manipulation, behind the smiles were lies, and behind their confidence was cruelty dressed as confidence. They used people like pawns in a game they thought they'd never lose. But karma has its own game plan, and slowly it begins. People don't always leave with a bang. Sometimes they just stop calling. The messages get fewer, the laughter fades. One by one, the ones who once stood by them begin to vanish. Not because of betrayal, but because of revelation. People start to see through them. The illusion they carefully crafted for years begins to crack. The manipulative energy, once masked by charm, now starts to feel suffocating. They're not the life of the party anymore. They're the one being talked about after the party ends. Their circle doesn't just shrink, it collapses. The spotlight turns cold, and now they sit in the same silence they forced others into. The same isolation they made others feel comes knocking at their door. No one to praise them, no one to listen, no one to use, just the echo of their own behavior staring back at them. This isn't coincidence. This is karma, rearranging their reality, stripping away every false connection and forcing them to sit with the one person they've been avoiding all along, themselves. 2. Their success starts to feel empty. At first glance, everything about their life screams success. The designer clothes, the vacation pictures, the car, the office promotions, the constant stream of likes, comments, and fake admiration online. To the outside world, it seems like they're winning, living the life that others can only dream of. But what most people don't see is what's happening behind closed doors, behind the filters, behind the awards, behind the forced smile. Because when karma begins to unfold, it doesn't always take away what they have. Sometimes it lets them keep it all, just to show them how worthless it feels when there's no soul behind it. They once believed that their actions didn't matter, that stepping on others to rise higher was part of the game, that lies, manipulation, and betrayal were necessary tools for getting ahead. And for a while, it worked. But karma knows the truth. True success is never measured by what you gain, it's measured by how you gain it. Now, even when they receive recognition, it feels undeserved. The praise that once fueled their ego now feels hollow. The money doesn't bring peace. The job doesn't bring joy. The achievements don't bring fulfillment. They stand at the top of the mountain, but it's cold, lonely, and the view is empty. Their mind becomes their prison, because deep down they know what they did to get here. The pain they caused, the trust they broke, the people they silenced, hurt and discarded. Every celebration echoes with guilt. Every luxury is tainted with the faces of those they used. The louder the applause, the deeper the silence inside. This is karma's silent strike. Not to destroy what they have, but to make them feel the weight of what they've lost inside themselves. They have everything they once wanted, but none of it feels real. And that's the cruel beauty of karma. It doesn't always take your things. It takes your peace. It makes your victories feel like ashes. It forces you to face the terrifying truth. You can have everything and still feel like you have nothing. And when that realization hits, there's no amount of money, followers, or fame that can save them from it. 3. They're being replaced by someone better. There was a time when they made you feel invisible, like you were never good enough. They ignored your efforts, dismissed your love. They took your loyalty, your time, your energy, and treated it like it was disposable. You gave your all, and they gave you just enough to keep you hanging on. And then one day, they walked away, cold, heartless, as if you never mattered at all. No apology, no regret, just silence. They moved on quickly, maybe flaunting someone new, trying to prove to the world and themselves that they didn't lose anything by losing you. But karma doesn't forget, and it waits for the perfect moment, not just to bring them pain, but to show them exactly what they lost. Suddenly, they see you, not broken, not begging, but glowing. You've grown, you've healed, you've evolved. And here's the twist. Someone new steps into your life, someone who values you, who sees the beauty, the strength, the loyalty that they overlooked. Someone who gives you everything they never did, the attention, the affection, the respect. And now, they're on the outside, watching, regretting. They start to realize what they threw away. But karma isn't done yet, because now they get to experience exactly what they put you through. They meet someone who treats them the same way they once treated you, ignored, disrespected, lied to, replaced. And in that moment, it doesn't just hurt, it breaks them. Because the one thing narcissistic, selfish people can't handle is being disposable. But here's what makes it brutal. Karma doesn't just punish them. It makes them watch your rise while they fall. They see your confidence grow while theirs crumbles. They hear people praise you while their name disappears from conversations. They feel the coldness of being forgotten while you become unforgettable. And no matter how much they fake a smile, no matter how hard they pretend it doesn't hurt, they feel it in the quiet hours of the night, in the empty spaces where your presence used to be. In every moment they wish they could undo, but can't. That's karma. Not just revenge, not just justice, but the poetic pain of being replaced by someone better. 4. They struggle to maintain peace. To the outside world, they look composed, still flashing smiles, still posting selfies with coffee cups and grateful captions, still trying to sell the illusion that they're thriving. But if you could see beneath that surface, beneath the makeup, the filters, the fake laughs, you'd see it. Chaos, internal war, restlessness. Because when karma begins to seep into someone's life, it doesn't always cause a storm around them. Sometimes the storm is inside them. They lie awake at night, not because they're busy, but because their mind refuses to rest. The same peace they once stole from others now evades them completely. Sleepless nights become the new routine, thoughts racing, regret whispering, anxiety pounding like a war drum. Every lie they told, every manipulation they used, it echoes in their head like a ghost refusing to leave. They walk through life easily irritated, snapping at people, starting arguments, overreacting to the smallest things, because they're not just dealing with the world anymore, they're fighting themselves. And no matter how far they run, no matter how much they distract themselves, they can't escape the emotional mess they created. You see, karma doesn't always hit like a wrecking ball. Sometimes it's more surgical. It targets the mind, the soul, the nervous system. It makes peace feel like a stranger. Even in quiet rooms, their mind screams. Even in moments of success, they feel hollow. They attract drama because drama is what they've always been. They get betrayed by others because betrayal is what they normalized. The world they once controlled so easily now spins out of their hands. And the more they try to fix it, the more broken it becomes. But here's what makes it worse. They can't tell anyone. They can't admit it, because that would mean accepting what they've done. So instead, they suffer silently, smiling on the outside, but breaking more and more every day on the inside. This is karma's mirror. It doesn't scream, it reflects. And now, they're forced to look at who they've become. Because peace isn't just something you get, it's something you earn. And when all you've ever spread is pain, lies, manipulation, and chaos, that's exactly what comes back to you. 5. Random misfortunes keep happening. Have you ever seen someone who once moved through life with ease, manipulating, lying, stepping on others to get ahead, now struggling, stumbling, constantly hitting walls they never saw coming? Suddenly, nothing goes right for them. Their plans fall apart. Opportunities vanish. Relationships crumble. Even the things they once did effortlessly now come with resistance and failure. At first, it might look like bad luck, just a rough patch, a temporary storm. But when the chaos keeps repeating, when it follows them like a shadow, you start to realize this isn't a coincidence. It's karma in motion. You see, karma doesn't always strike like lightning. Sometimes it's a slow unraveling, a subtle but steady dismantling of everything they once used to define themselves. Their lies begin to catch up. That truth they buried, it surfaces. That betrayal they thought would never be exposed, it explodes. And suddenly, they're surrounded by the same confusion, frustration, and disappointment they once casually handed out to others, like it meant nothing. They get betrayed by the people they trusted, just like they once betrayed those who trusted them. They are now overlooked for opportunities, just like they once made others feel invisible. Everything they try to build collapses because the foundation they once built their life on was rotted with deception. But here's where it cuts deeper. They try to fix it. They try to regroup, restart, rebuild. But every new plan backfires. Every shortcut they take leads to a dead end. Every friend they turn to now either uses them or disappears. Because karma isn't just about punishing behavior, it's about balancing energy. And now, they're receiving the same confusion, fear, and disappointment they once created. Not because the world is against them, but because the world is reflecting them. They're stuck in a cycle where every day feels like another blow, another deal lost, another person leaving, another truth exposed. And while they might still try to fake it, to smile, to post, to pretend, it's obvious they're drowning in their own storm. This isn't bad luck. It's not a random season of pain. This is karmic alignment, the universe returning everything they sent out, but multiplied. So if you're wondering whether karma is real, stop looking for fire and thunder. Start noticing the silence, the patterns, the sudden emptiness in their lives. Because when karma comes, it's not always loud, it's personal, it's poetic, and it always hits where it hurts the most. If this video resonated with you, drop a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because karma might be slow, but when it arrives, there's no escape.